King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer and will be suspending upcoming public engagements as he receives treatment. News of this coming as a surprise for many, as the King's coronation was less than 18 months ago. Justin Volk, a royal historian with McMaster University, joins us now. Thanks for being with us today. I'm wondering, as an expert in this field, what was your first reaction to the news?
I was quite surprised by it. I was anticipating that his visit to hospital for his prostate was fairly routine. And quite frankly, to have this rather stark announcement being made about the sovereign's health, this is not something we are used to getting. It is very, very rare for such a statement to be made. So it really took me by surprise.
Now, we know the King is stepping back from public-facing duties, but can you talk to us about the work he'll continue to do during this time?
We don't have too much information at the moment about what parts of his duties are going to be getting deputized and what he will keep up doing. We know that he will continue to review the daily cabinet papers that he gets in the famous red boxes. But other than that, we haven't heard too much else beyond he will still meet with his prime ministers for their private weekly audiences.
Now, this seems kind of like an uncomfortable conversation to have. You know, we just heard the news yesterday, but people are talking. If he is unable to fulfill his duties as normal, how does the line of succession work here?
Under normal circumstances, and I use the term normal sort of in quotes, the bulk of the responsibility would fall to William as Prince of Wales, and some of the ceremonial duties would be carried out by Camilla the Queen. But this is a bit of an unprecedented situation where we have the sovereign and we have the heir to the throne both being out of commission for weeks or what is most likely going to be months, because William is taking time off to look after his wife and children right now. So we're kind of waiting to see what Buckingham Palace is going to announce in the coming days about who will be stepping up and who will be taking over certain responsibilities.
Now, it seems like the palace has been pretty transparent about what has been happening with the King so far. Are you expecting regular updates on his health?
To be honest, I'm not. I would anticipate that unless there is a drastic change, either for the worse or for the better, we probably won't hear much else. This is probably something like a communications dump, as it were, where this is as much as the palace is willing to reveal at this time. And I don't think we're going to hear too much more unless there are major changes.
You know, suddenly we're just kind of tossed into this media mayhem with this news out of Buckingham Palace. You know, you see some of the images of the camera setup, the reporters outside. What does this attention on the royal family mean right now?
Well, it certainly returns the royal family to the news cycle in a way that I don't think anybody would want them to be, the royal family included. And it does bring a lot of public scrutiny at a time of great personal challenge for them. I mean, I don't think anybody, while going through a cancer battle, would want the eyes of the world being on their every move and talking about, well, what happens if you're not able to do the job in reference to the King. So it's a level of public scrutiny that will require a degree of comportment and a degree of, I think, grace from the royal family. And I think we as the public should be willing to extend them a bit of compassion and a bit of sort of leeway as they're trying to navigate this.
You know, moments after the news broke, we heard about Prince Harry hopping on a plane, heading to go see his dad. Should we expect to be seeing more of him?
I wouldn't imagine so, no. I personally saw that as a son wanting to extend support to his father. We've heard reports that Harry and William were both informed of the diagnosis before it was made public. And there's a tendency with Prince Harry that we want to see everything that he does as part of a bigger plot or part of a bigger plan of his. But I think for the moment, we should just look at it as a son wanting to be there for his father And Buckingham Palace has made it clear that there is no expectation that Prince Harry will be taking on any kind of public role or public responsibilities during this period.
As a royal historian with McMaster University, we certainly appreciate your time today. Saying thanks for that.
Thank you for having me.